Today we're going to factor when a is greater than 1. This method is called factor by grouping. It has two major new steps. The process is going to begin by, as we always do, find a GCF. So is there a GCF in here? Meaning, can we divide 3, 7, and 6 all by the same numbers? And the answer to that is no. And can we take an x out of all three terms? And the answer is no. So we do not have a GCF. Now that we've established that we do not have a GCF, that means that we definitely have to use this method. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to figure out how to write 7x as two terms, either 6x plus 1x or 5x plus 2x or some combination like that. Okay, and we're going to figure that out right now. So in a second, we're going to bring those two down, but we're also going to definitely bring down 3x squared and negative 6. So how do we find these two terms? So we're going to take our x method. We typically put the b value underneath, and we would typically put the c value. But for this one, we're going to do a times c, which in this case is a negative 18. So now we need two numbers that multiply to be negative 18 and that add up to be 7. Some of us can do that right off the top of our head, but if we're struggling, the suggestion is always take 18 and break it down. 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6, 4 doesn't work, 5 doesn't work, 6 works, and that's already there, so we're done. Which one of them will add or subtract to be 7? And we find out it's 2 and 9. So now we need to, if we're subtracting, which one gives us a positive 7? And it's the negative 2. So we get a negative 2 and a positive 9. Those are our two numbers. When we did the old version of the x method for when a was greater than 1, in that case, when a equals 1, we would just simply do x minus 2 and x plus 9, okay? But that's not the method that we're going to use today. Not today. Woo. So instead, we have to take this negative 2 and this positive 9, and those two numbers now will go right here. We'll do a minus 2x and a plus 9x. So a minus 2x and a plus 9x. So that's our first step. That's step number 1. Step number 1 is breaking that up into 4 terms. Now we're going to begin our second step. And here's what we do with that second step. Now we're going to take that 3x squared and that minus 2x and that plus 9x and that minus 6. And we're going to split that. We're going to take the first two terms and say, what is our GCF? Okay? We're going to find a GCF in the first two terms and a GCF of the second two terms. Okay? So GCF of 3x squared and 2x. We can't take anything out of 2 and 3, but we can take an x out, and we're left with 3x minus 2. Now, what are we going to take out of the 9x and the 6? We can take out a 3. So we'll divide a 3 out of both, and we'll get 3x minus 2. Here is the key to this second step. Does this term match this? And I'm going to do a little quoting of Fairly Odd Parents. Do these two match? Yes, I'm so proud of you. I'm going to take you out to lunch and then wrap up the leftovers. I'm going to say that one more time. You're going to take these two parentheses, since they match, that one, and they are going to, since they match, bring that out as 1 to the front. And then the second parentheses is going to be the leftovers wrapped up x plus 3. You are all set now.